Good evening and bienvenue, my fond fair friends, family, and subscribers. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you part 5 of What If Bell Was a Spartan. Now, where we last left off, Bell just killed the Minotaur with his group and decided he had had enough of dealing with the over enthusiastically asinine ways of Minos and decided to show off. And boy, did he ever. Now, after bringing the head of the Minotaur to Minos, showing it and displaying it, insulting him, and then proceeding to walk out, this caught everyone's attention, especially the adventurers. A group of 4 men was able to kill a beast that was stronger than a level 15 area Minotaur, that was strong enough to kill most adventurers. These 4 non-adventurers killed it with what appeared to be relative ease. As the man walked out. More on that later. Now, the part where you've all been waiting for. As Bell makes his way down to the docks, seeing that, yes, his group has procured a ship. As he runs down, loads up, and is, well, ready to be driven off to his next destination, the Isle of the Amazons. Whoa, this is going to be hellacious. Bell, upon getting there, says, okay. I probably went a little bit too far there, but man, did that man ever piss me off. I've noticed. So, am I allowed to fuck Crete? Well, I don't really want to do that, no. Screw Crete. They're on my shit list now. All of it? Maybe not all of it, but especially this place. Let's get the hell out of here. As you wish, boss. As he waves to the director and they take off. Not director, the driver. I'm technically the director. The captain, that's what I should say. Not used to boat terms. Can't swim. So, as Bell says, give me one moment. As he begins to, well, bring up buckets of water and begin dousing himself with it to remove the sticky, visceral blood and guts off of his armor, arms, and, well, body. As he tries to make himself look more presentable. As Lander and Xander say, why are you doing that? We're acting as emissaries, you morons. Yes, to the Amazonians, a warrior tribe like ourselves. Yes, and as warriors, we should be on our best behavior. Until they irritate us? No. Well, we should also look our best. If I didn't know any better, boss, I'd say you were getting nervous, Lander remarks, and Bell just goes, of course I'm nervous. My father entrusted me with making peace. with getting people on our side. He ensured, I told him I would try and ensure us an alliance with a very powerful faction who wouldn't be nervous. Well, I didn't expect that answer. Well, what can I say? I'm honest. Yes, boss. Yes, you truly are. As Xander just walks up behind him and just goes, "Oh, yes, and it surely has nothing to do with the sheer fact that it's an island full of darkened beauties who are very powerful and skilled with weaponry." Mel just kind of smiles and says, that might also have something to do with it. You know, boss, you are you do have a good reputation, and you are fairly strong. I'm pretty sure that a little bit of show and you could wind up. No. Oh, come on, boss. No, Xander. I have to finish my dreams first. I must become a king, a good, noble king, a good, honest king. I must be, well, you have to become more powerful. You have to become more sturdy. You have to become more studious. You have to become more period. Right, cousin? Basil says, interjecting. Yes. I don't feel confident in myself yet. And if I can't have confidence in myself, how can I have confidence that I can protect someone or protect a wife? No. No. I will ensure that I am strong enough, that I am man enough before I try anything of that sort. And this is when Xander and Lander kind of get a disgruntled look on their face. Be like, you don't think you're man enough? No, as they both kind of slap him on the back of the head and go like, what does that make us, chop liver then? What are you talking about? As they both bring him in and start going, you are the strongest amongst all of us here. You are Bel of Sparta, son of Leonidas. You came up with the way to kill the Minotaur. You destroyed the necromancer virtually single-handedly. You were blessed by Zeus, struck by his lightning, and spared your life. And yet you believe that you aren't worthy. Oh, let's not forget, he also lasted an entire week, no, an entire month out in the wilderness with just a stick. Just a stick, and came home with a pack of wolves. Oh, and let's not forget, he also unified a bunch of initiates and killed his first man when he was only younger than we were. Oh, and okay, I get it. I just don't think I'm good enough yet. We know you're good enough. Stop trying to put up false pretenses. Whatever. This conversation is mute. I'm done with it. As he kind of storms off back to, well, his bed. Xander and Lander both look at each other while Basil looks at both of them and goes, Xander and Lander both say, "We gotta get him laid." Yep. As well, they continue. Eventually, they get within sight distance of the island where it's a tiny speck. Of course, whenever they do, yeah, some fireballs land in the ocean right next to their ships as the captain begins to go, "Oh shit, shit, shit," and is about to turn around whenever Basel says, "Nope, we keep going forward." But relax, we came prepared. As Lander and Xander pull up some big white flags that they made in the meantime, waving them from side to side. Why did they make them? Because they figured something like this would happen when you come into a warrior nation's territory. The Amazonian ships, the crew goes, "I think they're surrendering. We haven't even attacked them yet." Board them. As, well, one of the ships gets closer. As they get closer, they see, well, a relatively small crew and 4 Spartans, and one extremely nervous guy behind them. The head of the Amazonians on that ship go, "Who are you? And why are you entering our borders?" As one of the Spartans step forward, as he kneels down in front of them, "I am Bel, son of Leonidas. I am here to talk peace and of an alliance between the Amazonians and Sparta." "Oh?" "Indeed. I humbly beg your forgiveness for intruding upon your waters without your permission. We sent a messenger, but apparently he did not arrive." And how do I know you speak the truth, son of Sparta?" As she walks over to him and pulls him up. "To be fair, you do not. However, as Bel takes out his kopish, if I am lying to you, or if you think I am lying to you," as he flips it around and grabs it by the blade and hands her over to her, "then you can strike me down here. My men won't interfere, and they will leave." As he removes his helmet and exposes his, well, very soft-looking neck. This is a great show of trust, something that is rarely done in Sparta, and only done in order to, well, between 2 groups of, well, essentially strangers, in order to help them trust one another. However, what Bel has not realized is by exposing his face, he has caught the eye of the Amazonians. Upon looking at him, his, well, softer features, his smooth skin, his white hair, his ruby-like eyes. She then smiles and chuckles a bit. She takes the sword and walks up closer to him and shoves it back in his sheath and says, "Do not worry, son of Sparta. We won't kill you today. As long as you and your
other men behave yourselves. Is that understood?
Most indeed, madam.
No need to worry. Now please, let's keep on going, shall we? We'll escort you to the docks.
Thank you. Is there anything we can do?
Yes, upon getting to the docks, you can leave your weapons with. You can leave your weapons and armor with our people.
Very well, but there is just one thing we must ask.
What?
Our shields.
Yeah. What about them?
Well, you may not know, but it is a sign of Spartan's pride and honor that we keep them on our person. It is, especially in a land that is not known to us. We often have a saying, either you come back alive, or you come back dead, being carried upon your shield.
So it's also a religious item, you would say.
Yes, you could say that.
Very well. We can allow you to keep your shields.
Thank you.
As Xander and Lander both go,
Wow. I had no idea he could be that respectful.
as Basil walks between them and goes, yeah, you guys kind of forget. Bell is a prince, and while he does like a good fight, hell, he loves a good fight, he was also taught on how to be a dignitary, refined. He was taught how to do a lot of different things. Really? Yes. Just because remember, we aren't barbarians. We are taught on how to do things properly. Why do you think he got so mad when that fat ass insulted our nation, insulted our people, looking down upon us like we were mere scum? Indeed, he did lose his temper. Indeed, that is Bell. Hard to believe that we managed to get here within the last. We got to. Hard to believe we got here within a month and a half to spare.
I know. Depending on how things go, we may spend a high life here for a while.
True enough. As their ship docks, they strip their armor and wear their standard garments, keeping their shields upon their backs as they move forward. As they eventually get to the dining room, you can say. Not the dining room, No, not the dining room. My apologies. The negotiation room. That's a better term. As they are all brought in. As Xander, Lander, and Basil are told to wait outside.
Jace didn't get the fuck off the boat. He stayed on the boat. He did not want to leave the boat. Why? Because he does not know what these women will do to him. Not anything like that, but he's heard stories about the Amazonians. He does not want to wind up being skewered on a pike for commenting about a woman's bust. So he gonna stay on the boat. He knows a wise lesson. Look, but don't touch. And so he on the boat. Meanwhile, Xander, Lander, and Basil are all, waiting outside the main negotiating room as Bell proceeds to make his case with the representative of the Amazonians, a Miss Cleonoptra. My lady, I am Bell,
son of Leonidas, heir to the throne of Sparta, and I have come here to make a request. Oh, she remarks. Very well, Spartan, as she walks over to him. And then she pulls out a dagger. Do you take me for a fool? What do you mean, my lady? Spartans are not this pale, nor their eyes as crimson, nor is their hair as white as snow. You are no Spartan. Yes, my lady, I am. Oh, then care to explain how you came to look like this? As Belle says, I was struck by lightning early on in my life, after a field training exercise. Upon being struck by lightning, my tone began to turn paler, my hair white, and my eyes have never looked the same again. And you expect me to believe this, she says. It is the truth, my lady. I would not lie to you and risk detrimenting our pack. Oh? Yes, please. I do apologize if my looks are not, well, pleasing you, but it is the truth. As then a couple of girls begin to report, yes, ma'am, he is in fact Spartan. And how do you know? Well, there have been rumors going around about a certain pale Spartan causing a bit of a stir in both Athens and Crete. Oh? What type of stir? Well, in Athens it's reported that a pale Spartan, a white wolf as he is called, killing a high-ranking necromancer. As she looks over to him. In addition to that, in Crete, he was also known for slaying the Minotaur, and was very upset and insulting the king of Crete, Minos. Oh? And why would you insult a king of an allied nation? Because he insulted Sparta. He insulted my brothers, my sisters, my loved ones. He insulted the people I protect. He insulted the land we stood for, calling us all dumb barbarians, claiming that all we knew was the spear and the shield and the sword. There's more to Sparta than that. We have poetry, we have life, we have music, we have tastes. Sparta is more than just war and bloodshed. Just because we're better at it than anyone else doesn't give anyone else the right to insult us. As she can see the passion in his eyes. Very well. I'll believe you now, son of Sparta. My apologies for making you more on edge. It is no problem, madam. I can understand where you'd be coming from in a situation such as this. And I do apologize for not thinking ahead sooner and trying to inform you about my defect. As she puts away her dagger, she informs him, no, it is no defect. You're quite handsome. No need for you to be so worried about it. Thank you, my lady. Now, back to the treaty. Yes, the treaty. If I recall, you want to make peace between my nation and yours, an alliance. Yes, my lady. Oh? Why would the brave and powerful Spartans, masters of war, wish to ally themselves with Amazonians, warrior women?
I believe you are mistaken, madam.
Oh, and what's that?
I believe you think of Spartans as the same way you would think of most Greeks, in thinking that we are chauvinistic. We are not. We usually believe the men's place is on the battlefield, yes. However, in recent times, women have also proven to be very useful on the field, especially with their magics and such. Hell, we even have combat medics and apothecaries that are, well, women and have joined us on the front lines.
Oh, really?
Yes, my lady. However, my father believes it is time we try and evolve.
Oh? And what do you mean by that?
Sparta has been going about war the same way for hundreds of years. And while it has worked, while the plan is virtually foolproof, the world is an ever-changing place. Greece, it wallows and stagnates, allowing itself to become fat and clumsy. We of Sparta do not wish for that. We of Sparta wish to grow, evolve, change, adapt. We wish to overcome any challenge that could be pressed against us. We wish to make sure that we can grow and keep growing into the future. We hear about your prowess on the battlefield. We hear about your beauty. We hear about your, well, astounding knowledge. And to be honest, we crave it. We wish to know more of what this world has to offer. And it would be a simple trade. If ever you were in trouble, or if you ever needed anything, the sons of Sparta, the sons and daughters of Sparta, would be by your side and be at your beck and call to guard you and protect you. Meanwhile, the same would go for us. If we were ever in need or in danger, we would call upon you, the daughters of the Amazonians, to come and assist us.
You make an interesting case there, Belle. But so far we need to now get to the grit of the problem.
Yes, my lady. What would be the grit, in your opinion?
Simple. As you well know, we Amazonians worship a specific deity, Ishtar.
Yes, my lady.
She has granted us many blessings and many boons.
I see.
Tell me, would your Spartans be willing to accept her into your pantheon?
To be honest, that is unlikely.
Oh?
Yes, my lady. And while I would try to talk them down from it, the priesthood would be upset just by me asking such a thing.
At least you're honest. Then tell me why.
The Spartans, while we are Spartan,
We are also Greece. We are also Greek. My apologies. And as Greeks, we must follow, well, our gods. And in doing so, follow their wishes. Their wishes. Indeed, my lady. What do you mean by their wishes? Our priests, they attempt to commune with the gods very often, and in doing so tell us their verdicts, tell us what they desire, and we follow suit. As the Amazonians look at each other and back at Belle, you don't know, do you? Know what, my lady? The gods don't speak to your priest. As Belle begins to get an irritated look. Oh? And why is that? Because most of your gods are in Oreo. And in Oreo, well, their divinity is cut down to be given a mortal form. They still retain some of their prowess, but for the most part, they don't have their divinity. What? Indeed, my lady Ishtar is there, as well as Hephaestus, god of your forge. Hestia, the god of your fertility. No, 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 no. Athena, y'all's god of wisdom. Ares, your god of war. You're saying that they gave up their divinity, their divine rights, in order to go to an island? No, to go to a nation, a city. So you're saying that the priests have been lying to us? Yes. Yes, I am. What of Zeus? Have you seen Zeus? Zeus lost his familia. Zeus and Hera lost their familias long ago, and in doing so had to be banished back to the lands of the gods. As Belle begins to wonder, wait. So does that mean... Yes, they could likely hear you. I see. So all this time I had Zeus to thank. Zeus and Hera. Well, Hades has never made it to Oreo himself either. Hades? Indeed. From what we were told from Zeus, Hades always said that his job was too important to go gallivanting off. I see. Pardon me, this is a lot for me to take in. As he sits down, she snaps her fingers and brings him forth a glass of wine, and he downs it, just... So, what do you say? I can say I can try to convince them to put Ishtar into our pantheon, but in all likelihood I doubt it would happen. And more than likely, they would expect you to adapt to ours. That is a shame. Yes. Yes, it is. But at least I am honest. True. But honesty does not usually secure an alliance. True. But I am no mere beggar, nor am I no mere noble. Nor am I a mere noble, nor am I a mere nor am I a mere bureaucrat. Sorry, I almost said a different word there. Bureaucrat. I am Bel, son of Leonidas, Prince of Sparta. And if I can't be honest with possible allies, then who can I be honest with? You deserve to have honesty, even if it is brutal and blunt. Very well. Well, I cannot agree to your terms like that. And while we aren't likely to form an alliance due to that, I understand. However, you have come a long way, and from what I can hear, your travels have been perilous. So please, join us for a few weeks. Huh? You do have some to spare, don't you? Well, we have 7 weeks left before I'm expected home. Good, good. The travel back to Sparta should only take you 2. Relax, enjoy yourselves. Please. Maybe if you spend some time here, you can get better acquainted with my city, as well as our people. Thank you, madam. I will inform my men. If you can, could you see about setting up a room for 5? 5? I was told there was only 4 of you Spartans. Yes. We picked up a straggler in the pits of the Minotaur. His name is Jace. He's no warrior, but he is brave in his own way, and he did help us. And while I do not know what will happen to him, I could not leave him in that persecutive land of Crete, considering his circumstances. He is a survivor. It could be quite useful to me. I see. Do you try and take anything that can be useful to you as she gets a bit closer? Usually. As he says with a cocky grin, not realizing that he is unintentionally flirting with this woman. Oh, really? Yes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be off. As he walks out the door and gathers his men, he tells them, we're coming back later on. Gather up, let's go gather up our people and, well, tell the captain he can shove off if needed. We'll be staying here a while. And so they do. Later on that night, well, they hear the head of the negotiation council. Dang it, I forgot the name I just gave her. God bless, forgive me. You know what? We'll say this is a different woman, considering I can't remember that last one's name. So, one moment here. As we'll say, this one is a slightly younger and, well, still somewhat lower ranking Naza. Yes, Naza. Why is she here? Simple. Her and her group of warriors were sent back here for, well, assistance. We can say that, well, the Amazonians swap out groups of their own every time to time, allowing them to come to Oreo, relax, get some power, and then come back to this here post. Or however you would prefer to say it. Now, Naza is told that she will be helping tend to the group of warriors that have come all the way from Sparta, as she gets kind of excited. Why? Well, the Spartans. Who wouldn't be excited at the sheer fact that Spartans came all the way to greet them? However, about an hour before the dinner service is prepared, and, well, after they've already assured that everything's been properly set, and that these Spartans have had a place to call their own for the night, or at least for the time being, she hears heavy knocking at the door. She opens it up to see 3 of the Spartans. These would be Landa, Xander, and Basil. As she tells them, and her group tells them to come in. We did not expect you. We came here purposefully unexpected. We had to sneak away from our captain. Oh? And what, do you wish to procure our services? Not in the way you're thinking, no. Oh, are you saying that we're not good enough for you Spartan men? No, 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 no. Lander enthusiastically replies, no, that's not it at all. The thing is, we need your help. Oh? And what is that? Well, you see, our captain is a bit high-strung. Uh-huh. And we were hoping we could get you to help him possibly relax. And seeing if there's anything you could provide that at the dinner that could help him become more relaxed. As Xander tries to imply. I don't get your meaning. Then Basil just bluntly states, they want you to help him get... They want you, these 2 idiots, want you to essentially screw the captain. Basil! What? You were dancing around it. It's time to be honest. Ugh. Oh? And why is that? Bell's a nice guy. He's very loyal. He's very confident. He's very brutal. The only problem is, he's also stuck. Stuck? Yes. And while he may be kind, he's also dumb. Oh? Yes, he doesn't think he's good enough. He lacks confidence to go chasing women. No Spartan man should be like that, especially a prince of a nation. He lacks confidence in himself and his abilities due to the sheer fact that he is always trying to show up and overcome his father's shadow. I think it's time that, well, he got some assistance. Very well, we can be a bit more flirtatious. No, you're gonna need something more than that. Oh? Why do you say that? He is as stoic as a rock. You aren't going to change his mind with just being a bit more flirtatious. There have been women of Sparta literally throwing themselves at him like a tidal wave upon the shores, and he has braced them and knocked them aside every time. Not literally, but has just walked through them. While it has somewhat eroded him, it will take more years and years of this before it will actually set in. We need something to jumpstart him. Something that will make him go, well, a bit nuts. I see, I see. And, are you certain? And are you certain of this? Yes. My cousin needs to learn to lighten up, to enjoy the finer things in life. And what if he were to impregnate one of my women? Okay, if you're, well, she would become a future princess of Sparta, or you can keep her. Really? You would not mind losing a possible heir to your throne? Well, I'm sure Bell would be all really wanting to get his hands upon her and bring her home and bring the woman home and hold them both up in high esteem as his future wife. But if that does not occur, but if you do not wish for it, he would not force it upon you. He is Bell. And while he would love his child, he would also take into consideration anything else. So it really would depend on you, whether you wish to join him or whether you wish to, well, stay here. He would accept you, and so the rest of Sparta would. Or you can stay here and do as you wish, and Sparta would not try and lay a finger upon you, especially through Bell's dead body, which could probably take out a few men in and of itself anyways. Now, we have something that can help, but are you sure, you positive that he is that needing of, well, an unwind, as you say? Oh, most definitely. You're gonna have to bring in something that will really help him. Very well. As she brings out a glass container that has a very strong red liquid in it. What is that? A type of wine? It's an aphrodisiac. An aphrodisiac? Yes. It's something we made back home on Oreo. It's a very powerful substance that will cause any man to become more lustful, even bringing the most stoic of men to their, well, breaking point. Yep, he needs a shot of that. Indeed. So at dinner tonight, when we all come and drink, we will pour a couple of glasses for you all. And then, well, we shall pour a glass, and then we shall pour this in his glass. Sounds like a plan. Do not let him know it was us that did this, and we thank you. We don't do this for free. I know, we'll pay you. Just make sure you send along the bill, and we will gladly pay it. Very well. As they all proceed to continue, Xander and Lander go, "Dude, you are awesome." Like, yeah, I did not know you knew how to negotiate like that. I'm not as gentle as Belle when it comes to matters of that sort, but I am me. As the dinner service begins to roll by, they eat, they make merry, and then the last bit of it comes by, and, well, Belle is given a special wine. He goes, "What is this, and why is it in such a special container?" Says, "Oh, this is a very special wine, meant to be had by, well, very special people." "I see, but my men are also very special, and I am just one of them." "You are a prince," Miss Naza remarks. Very true." As he kind of looks towards them, and they say, "Go on, Belle, enjoy yourself." And he picks up the glass, he raises it high. "To Sparta, and to the Amazons." as he downs it back. And when he downs it back, it tastes very, very sweet. But not overly sickeningly sweet, like a date does. See, in Sparta, there aren't too many sweets that are around, and Bell, well, he liked sweets a lot growing up. But the main things they had were fruit and a few pastries, but nothing extravagant. He got sick of dates soon enough, and the honeyed ones just made him sick. Too sugary. But this beverage, it was delectable. He said, As the woman begins to walk away, he says, wait one moment. Yes? What is the name of this? Oh, it's called, this tonic? Well, not tonic. This drink is called the Soothing of the Masses. Oh, wow. That is quite the potency it has there. As he reaches for it and takes the bottle. So, wait, what are you? As he begins to down the entire thing. As all the Amazonians are just now staring in relative shock as he drinks, just going, boom, boom, boom. As he brings the bottle down and places it on the table. As Basil, Lander, and Xander look and say, oh shit. This isn't gonna end well. Is his heart gonna blow up or something? As then suddenly something kicks in with Bell. Boom, boom. A wave of heat flows over him. He goes boom, boom. Like, boom, 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 boom. As he stands up, upon him standing up, he begins to walk forward. And, well, goes to the woman that's been relatively flirting with him, Miss Naza. He says, she's somewhat nervous and says, is everything all right? As he doesn't say a word. His eyes focus dead on hers, as if he's looking straight through her. He then picks her up, tosses her over his shoulder. He goes, wait, what are you doing? As he proceeds to walk off. A guard tries to stop them as she brings up a spear. He grabs the spear by the center and snaps it in half, and proceeds to turn the guard around, pick her up, throw her over his shoulder, and proceeds to walk off. As then she begins to say, don't try and get in his way. As it continues, and that's when Lander, Xander, and Basil then all say in unison, oh, what have we done? What have we done? Oh, we are so dead. Jace is just going, what the hell's going on? Like, we probably don't want to go anywhere near our rooms tonight. What are you talking about? As well, Bell, upon entering in his room, tosses the pair down. And that's where I'm going to end off that part right there. Not this whole part, but at least that part. That part of this part of the show. I'm not going to go into detail, you pervs. As we cut back, to a different sight. Zeus talking with Hades. As Zeus goes down to the pits of, well, Hades. Hades. Brother, my lord, what are you doing here, if I may ask, and what has brought forth such a pleasant visit? Ah, I came here to ask why you spared that one child. Oh, yes. From what I can tell, he was supposed to have died. Ah, you're talking of the Spartan. Yes. A bolt of lightning was supposed to strike him and kill him instantly. Yet you allowed him to live. Why, Hades? Simple. I looked into his fate. Hmm? Oh? Practicing your divinity again? Your all-seeing eye? No, the Sisters of Fate. I see. And what did they say? Simple. That with his death, with his first death, would announce the death of an entire nation. Oh? And how so? Simple. If he were to be struck down by that bolt of lightning, then that necromancer would still be alive. That necromancer over in Athens would then make his way over to Sparta and start resurrecting the dead there, including the young man you mentioned. However, given the fact that the young man, Bel, as he is known, is quite devastatingly powerful and strong-willed, he would break a hold of that necromancer's power and proceed to turn on him, conquering him and becoming a knight of death. And then he would use the undead hordes left behind by the necromancer to conquer all of Greece. And then from all of Greece, he would then go to Troy. And then from Troy, he would spread across the rest of the world, eventually to Areo, where he would then slaughter all of the adventurers there, and then try and find his way to the gods, who damned him in the first place. I see. And how did you keep him from dying? Oh, that's an easy part. Easy? A bolt of lightning is not easy to survive against. It is whenever you give him the soul of a dragon. What? Oh, yes. Upon the immediate strike of the lightning, I used my divinity to slow down time, essentially. I, in turn, took the soul of a dead, wandering dragonling that died prematurely. He was very young, only about 50 years. And placed it inside. In turn, causing him to, well, have a few minor appearance changes and such, but stay alive nonetheless. What? How? You... Hades, you are truly something. I try. So you're saying he has the soul of a dragon? Incorrect. He has his soul. The soul of the dragon is just there as a partiality. It is not truly there. It is not truly not there. It is a part of him. I see. And are you saying that he will gain power from this? More than likely. Uh-huh. Do you not fear what he will become? No, for he has no reason to hate the gods now. Nor does he have any reason to hate world or life. He should be relatively content. And are you not afraid of destroying your own schedule you set, Hades? Normally I would be, but needless death is needless death. Letting him live saves a lot of lives. I do not mind, at least for the time being. I can claim his soul another day. And judging from the way he's acting, instead of going to the darkest pits, it'll go into a paradise. You always were kind-hearted, Hades. Of course. Thank you, brother. Is that all? No. What type of dragon did you bond with him? Oh, the soul of a young silverback dragon. Nothing too dangerous. Nothing like the gold or red or anything of that nature. Just a silvery one. Just a silver one. Just a silver one. A young silver dragon. I see. If I may ask, will this change him physically at all? Well, it may make him a bit tougher and stronger, but from the external appearance, no. In terms of magical prowess, oh, most definitely. If he can learn how to control it and master it, well, he could probably bring forth more of the creature. But that is yet to be seen. I see. Well, you are truly a kinder person than I thought, Hades. But of course, you never truly looked up on me, brother. You're always too busy sitting on your golden throne. After all, someone has to watch over the mortals. As he gets back to his paperwork, Zeus steadily walks out. And I apologize before Zeus leaves. For what? For taking credit. They gave me the credit for his survival, not you. You should try and have it known. No need. Survival is what I intended. I do not need thanks for it. As long as he lives, the world shall be a bit happier. Very well. And that's where I'm ending the chapter here, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and please do comment down below. Have a good one. Bye.